And welcome back. When Guatemala's Fuego volcano erupted in 2018, it caused massive destruction in nearby areas. Hundreds of lives, homes, and property lost forever. Our Watchman correspondent Raj Nair traveled to Guatemala to bring us the inside story of how one amazing Israeli aid organization is bringing light to the darkness.
You and I are about to head off on a journey, and this journey is all about the country of Israel. But here's the catch. We're not actually on our way to the Middle East. Nope, we're headed south to Latin America. Well, why? You're about to find out. And first stop, Guatemala. Guatemala, a country filled with people, culture, food, and beautiful landscapes. But this beauty comes at a price. On June 3rd of 2018, Guatemala's El Fuego volcano erupted, killing nearly 200 people and decimating communities, leaving thousands affected. It's really hard to articulate what my eyes are seeing right now. The volcano, the volcano of fire, as it's called, is right over my shoulder, and the pyroclastic cloud came down through this village at 150 miles an hour, and the temperatures inside of that were hundreds and hundreds of degrees. And what makes this so just devastating is over here you see what looks like the bottoms of houses, but it's actually the tops of houses that have been filled in with that rock and lava. And so not only was this town destroyed, but in a way it was erased, it was buried. I'm at a loss for words. This is Paula. She's a 27-year-old mother that narrowly escaped the eruption with her daughter.
Todo eran gritos, unos decían mi mamá, mi hermana, mis hijos. Y ahí iba mi mamá y mi hermana todavía, pero ellas no pudieron cruzar una cerca que había. Solo yo con mi niña, ella solita descalza, corriendo por la calle. Yo con todo el dolor de mi corazón tuve que solo voltear a ver a mi hermana y a mi mamá y ya no las pude ayudar porque en ese momento yo tenía que sacar adelante a mi hija.
Incredibly, within 24 hours after the eruption, Israelis, through the organization IsraAid, were on the ground. This is Tali, IsraAid's country director in Guatemala.
In the beginning, we brought also like basic supplies, hygiene supplies, and also we brought some psychologists to support the people that survive in this very tragic moment of their life. Now we are in 16 months after the catastrophe doing psychosocial support. In many cases, we can detect and identify the physical damage that the person suffered from a disaster, but in many cases you don't really see the internal damage that people is suffering from.
So why do you think Israelis are uniquely equipped to deal with the psychological trauma in a disaster like this?
Mm-hmm. So in Israel, and specifically in IsraAid, we have a lot of experience in working with a post-trauma situation. Also as Israelis, the Israeli society has went through a lot and still is in terms of our mental health and well-being. So we have developed a lot of strategies and techniques based on the Israeli expertise on how to support people to prevent long-term traumas.
Y especialmente les agradezco a ustedes, a Israel, ¿verdad? De tan lejos y tomarlo a uno en cuenta. Principalmente a mí en este momento les agradezco mucho.
The truth is, there's still a long way to go in recovery for the affected communities in Guatemala. But through it all, one thing is for sure. Israel is bringing hope in the midst of such a tragedy. And a lot of people don't know this, but there's actually a really special relationship between the countries of Israel and Guatemala. And who better to speak on the subject than the ambassador to Israel himself?
In 1948, when the State of Israel was declared and the US, President Truman was the first president to recognize Israel, Guatemala was the second. 70 years later, history repeats itself. I don't know who arranged it, Guatemala is again the second country in the world, again after the United States, to recognize Jerusalem as capital of Israel.
So, Ambassador, the question has to be, why? Why is Guatemala always the first or second country?
It's not only the love of the president, the foreign minister, the congressman, etc., the love of the people in the street. And they tell me, we love God. God chose Israel. Amen. We love you.
We also met up with the son and chief of staff of the former vice president of Guatemala. Now, these two men were incredibly instrumental in the move of the Guatemalan embassy from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem, only the second country in the world to the United States to take that stand.
Realmente la decisión que tomamos de poder ponernos a la brecha como nación es parte de la relación que tenemos con Israel. Es parte de esa valiente actitud que tomó el gobierno. Más de 70 años de celebrar lo que significa el establecimiento del Estado de Israel.
So as you know, 24 hours after the Fuego Volcano disaster, you had a group of Israelis in the form of the organization IsraAid on the ground helping, and they're still here. So I guess my question as government officials, what does it mean to you to have a bunch of Israelis from thousands of miles away, but they're here not only building that relationship, but truly helping Guatemalans in their time of need?
El Espíritu del Eterno se pone en cumplimiento a su palabra, que dice que todo aquel que bendijere al pueblo de Israel, al pueblo judío, va a ser bendito. Sabemos que el mover a empresarios, a estudiantes, a profesionales de todas las partes de Israel, únicamente las movió el corazón de Dios en celo al cumplimiento de su palabra.
Wow, folks, what an incredible story. And we're not done. After the break, we're staying in Latin America as Raj takes us to Colombia to find out what Israel is doing to help solve a major crisis whose impact is felt throughout the Western Hemisphere. Find out what it is after the break.